Hello, beautiful people. Good afternoon, and welcome to another very interesting time. We are going to be sharing together on how you can use data and insights to help your business grow. Okay, so it's a sunny, beautiful weather here in Nigeria, and fun. Yeah, so I'm not here alone also. My name is Benjamin. Well, we did it. So this is going to be in the chat section. You answer your questions and your queries, and then those other content there. So I hope you be kind enough to say hi to people in the Republic East. I don't know if the weather is hot recently. So ask Judith how she is and how she's faring, what is happening around her, and basically just everything. Okay? So nice to meet you guys once again. My name is Benin, and I'm here. Very interesting session. So a big shout out to HTC Kenya. Use data and insights to help your business grow. When we speak about data, we're speaking about figures, speaking about statistics. Right? So whatever you do, you want to find the figures of what you do. What you did to know if you're actually making progress. That's what you're going to be looking at. Today in some else, hope that you'll be able to learn those guys, just all the tips and tricks, ideas, and to well to grab one without one. Grab a bottle of water. And what else? Please do us a favor. Click the thumbs up button and click it for us. I want to so I want you to do the thumbs up button. If you are yet to click the subscribe button. If you not subscribe to our YouTube channel, we have a lot of beautiful content coming up from this particular. So you really help on a couple of things. Please don't subscribe. And when you subscribe, it will be useful for you to turn on that notification bell. So whenever you come on live like this, it will be going to notify you that you are live. Okay? And again, just so you know, the game is designed. You will be able to speak to me that okay. So the only way you're going to be able to communicate with me is okay. So chat with me. Let me know that you're here. You let me know that you're here. Right? Okay. So talk to me in the chat section. Let me know you're here, and I'll be happy to just remember to put in the chat your questions, queries, contributions. So once again, my name is Ibena, and I'm here with today, and we are going to be doing this in very different segments. Going to teach how you be able to identify and understand the right questions to ask. What do you want to know? You need to know questions to ask first, you need to get the answers that you want. And then you'll be able to identify the best tools and all those analysis in depth of most of them. And you'll be able to understand what that is you, and you're going to be doing that several steps in between questions so that you can answer your questions and queries. What I'm going to do for me right now, to click this share button from your YouTube, click on it, and then you are going to copy that link, find a friend, or invite them. This is more like a reminder for those of you who are yet to benefit from the people who take advantage of this for technical life. A small business or a big business, however, g.co/academy, and then you'll be able to sign up for the Hustle Academy for Africa, for Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana, and Kenya. Now, until new information comes. Okay, so you are going to have the privilege to learn about the business growth plan, learn about sales, learn about the coming for your business, take much to mentor of the work wherever you go. All right, so I also encourage you to ask me questions if you have some questions based on what you're doing, what you learn, what we learned before now, and what we learned what we want to ask. So please feel free to use all those engagement with us. Also going to be asking you how you can implement. Alright, so let's get going. So I'm going to begin with my first question. So what words would you use to describe your what words would you use? So your customers, your machines, or your customers are what word would you use? So just show you that this is very important. How will you describe your friends? Maybe a treatment. Some people can just flying, you know. Want to describe them in one word. What would you say? Want to describe them in what for them? So you know, so you see how you can clear out the question. Okay, so anybody, what words will you use to describe what would you use to describe? Alright, so let's get going. So let's see how you can understand the right question. Understanding the right question. So when you ask another question, what questions do you want to ask the question? Privilege to ask the what would you love to ask them? People that don't like customers asking them too much questions, queries, discussion, and at the end of the day, they don't ask them. Would you love to ask them how annoying they can be? Why are you so annoying? uh, something. What if somebody wants to ask them? Are we selling it properly? Are we okay with our services? Very well. How did you enjoy our meal? Did you enjoy our customer service? Sometimes when you leave a bank, you see that customer care thing, then you can press for them to know if they have done well with what complaints you came with. a lot of that. Yeah. So what questions do you want to ask the person? Maybe that's answer. Okay. So while waiting for you to ask the questions, I want you to be kind enough to put the reply in the chat. Questions in the chat. So let's go on. So let's look at the process from analytics. So you can break these processes down into different types. First of them will be for you to what questions do you need to assess? That one will be where you want to get that information from. The third one will be what you want to get that information. What is your objective? What questions do you need to address? Where do you want to get the information for that question? What do you do with the answer when you get the answer? You need to look closer at what can be done with all of this. So you need to look at it. So the first part, what is you need to be looking at the objectives. The objectives could be as you want to sell marketing about the business, or it could be you want to sell more of the products and services. Or it could be you want to identify the most valuable customers, or it could be you want to find new ways to engage with business customers. It might be selling a business, having a product, customers are now returning. You have to do something like it. You need to find new ways to engage with your previous customers, have the returning customers. So that's the second part. What questions do I need to address? Questions do you need to address? Couple, there are different types of questions that you need to use the way structure the types of questions you address. The way REAM structure. So the R there stands for the which is more like asking yourself who is the target audience and how do I get to this audience? So first of all, you need to know who is the target audience of yours. Where do you get to this platform do you use for? Second one is just finding what you need for the client. Right? Or so when they get to it, they are just finding the answer is the one. Third one is activate. Are they booking? Are they booking? After they've seen you, engage with you, are they paying for the product, paying for the service? Ultimately, you will not join the end. Are they coming back? And then you guys coming back. In the way to structure. Third part, where do you want to get all that tools can we use? Get analytics data. Where does it come from? Where does it come from? So getting the right information, looking at these tools in more detail, provide you with a quick overview of how they help training guide to be having, which is what offers you to see which content users engage with. Just to be able to measure the views, the likes, the comments, shares, have a special tool on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and have a strong resources to have internet search just to identify what customers are looking for, the business that searches. Internet search also gives you information and then from the website just to identify who have the most customers users to you have the best search. So how can you market the product? using paid channels, looking for what you want to attract. Okay, what type of audience you want to attract. All of these are just the location link. What do you want to do with all that information when you finally get to it? So now that you have the analysis session, what do you do with it? What can you do with it? What does it affect you? So using those insights mean that you are using it to identify the market trends, identify what is happening on the end, identify what is happening in your niche, what is happening in your industry. And also you get to accepting your users so that you better understand and make changes accordingly. Also, with content marketing, you get to identify what content has like trends of content marketing. Identify which type of content people are engaging with, and then that's going to determine how much you're going to be rolling out the content. Last part, which is that's your overall strategy, with all those insights. Okay, so um, you're still here. I want you to ask me questions. Now we're taking the first of the third questions. To share with me in the chat. You have some questions. And Judith is also there in the chat. So questions. If you're here, please be kind enough to click on the thumbs up button. Yeah. Okay. So any questions so far? Or did I explain everything properly? If you are here, you are going to say something. You know that you're here. Hello, Charity. Please, could you pull up your volume? Because my sound is good. So, just take the volume up. My sound is good. Can you be kind enough? Could you click on the share button and invite other members of the team? Okay. Any questions? Okay. If you have questions about the room, okay, please go ahead and ask. If you have questions, then you have questions, analysis, where you get this information. Wherever you have questions, please go ahead in the chat. Right, so let's move on. Let's go back to the second part. So you get to identify the best tools for your analysis. So this analysis tool you currently use. There's another question. Look at the analytics tools you currently use. Which one do you know? Which one do you use? Again, so share with me in the chat. Which one you know? Which one you use? Sound is muffled. I saw it from my end. I think it's the internet. Because my internet is good. And my sound is check on your end. Sorry about that, sorry. Or possibly you can just play the YouTube and open the web. One nice to meet you once again. Please let me know if you can hear me well. One boy, let me confirm if trying to Um, One, you will be kind enough to invite your colleagues. You can just copy the link from the share button, reach out to the team and invite them to. Yeah, are you there? Alright, so let's go on. Which analytics tools do you currently use? Right. So let's look at a few of them. Let's look at a few of them. A few of the analytics tools that can tools that we can use. So we have for the social, we uh, Facebook. Facebook online platform actually offer very good features to get information about it. For the social, we have Facebook, Twitter, we have Twitch. For the organic search, we have no spoke about organic search, we have Google search for the show, Google business profile. Website, we have website, we have. So let's look at few of them. So this is Facebook page, a typical Facebook page insight. What people are engaging with and the activities and the page views and page engagement followers. Especially you can always access all the best options. When you say what happened in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the host can access what's happening around it. Then you have the Google Search Console. Google Search Console is technical search engine optimization. We're going to be talking about the local search engine optimization. Just to find out valuable information about websites and website those organic search. So this search console to help support. It helps to report and to measure website search and performance. Just help it to fix issues as well. Help to perform well in Google search. Let's also see which queries bringing users to your site. Also gets to analyze, click, position, Google search. And then if you submit your site map, the individual URLs for calling, you get to have some review. You get to review and get the coverage you have so that you make sure that you have the specials of the view. Very importantly, you get to also receive email alerts when you do identify issues of the URLs. So you've been able to fix it. To actually do this, the page that actually shows position you are on the Google search results page, the number of devices, the see what time happened to each. So all those other options are on. And then you also have the tool like the Google business profile, which is the local SEO tool. Google Search Console is a technical SEO tool. Why is it called technical? Is because there are some things that need a little bit of the knowledge of a regular marketer and the knowledge of a developer. Usually, if that website was developed, maybe your website is loading slowly because of the well, of the pictures and the website. Maybe your video is too heavy, Google will be able to give you some suggestions and include, right? But get to that kind of thing is about how faster. After a website, you know, the time. That's why it's called technical because you know, regular marketers. You know. Whereas the Google business profile across Google how people manage that their presence, just create a listing which customers can use with their business. Just also market the customer usage, visibility, improve your reach when you are searching. You know, leverage this insight. How many views your listing, find out how and where, find out also the actions, and then you can find interactions of Google Business Profile. And the number of clicks. And what happens with the Google Business Profile? The particular aspect of it that is really easy and not very fast. So you need it. So after checking it out, you need to have the power of profile verified. Okay? And then we also have the Google Trends. The Google Trends, the trends that shows the popularity of a search term just to identify whether a trend is on the rise. So you go to trends.com and then type a keyword like Nigerian elections. Nigerian election was identified for a while now. So you just type the word put out. You can put out doing it for several months ago. Still spiking compared to where it was a couple of check the trend is on the rise. Maybe about 30 on the demonstration. You also find some demographic related insights, related topics, related curves to help you better trends. You can also use the business trend for keyword research. All these related trends and related keywords suggestions to public. When the Google trend gets to provide a clue, it has start setting question I mentioned. We have about 7.3% of the entire globe searching on Google. The Google gives you all this information on Twitter, you know, anonymized. That means no one is personally identified that you know that made that search. Also categorized, taking to determine the topic and for a particular sector, and it's also aggregated. It's all grouped together. Gives you on Twitter data that you can anonymize, categorize, and all aggregated together. Which allows us to get interest in a particular sector. And the globe, or down to city level geography, and research particularly or the continent or the continent. Global trends in data reflect such as people that make people the search that people are making every day. All the data that's all the results that people are all the what people are on the daily, but it can also reflect regular check queries that we get search results. Okay? And then let's see how we can rise above the competition. Let's see how we can rise above the difference. If you have questions, if you have questions, please do it. Not quite sure what is wrong with my phone. Everything is perfect here. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about my phone today. I'm not quite sure what's wrong. everything needs to be like not done anything. So sorry. No, I'm so sorry. I can't really say what to say. I wouldn't know you guys can see my but I need to put my system. Don't be don't be take a while. So let's see what's the sound situation. Let's go on my background. This one is very quiet place. Very, very quiet. Definitely not my background.
Sorry, they may please check your sound. We can't seem to hear you.
Yeah. Very quiet.
Please try saying a few more sentences so that we can see if we can hear you.
I don't hear me now. Trying to check one or two, but there's really nothing here that don't see any reason I'm trying to check maybe my internet is bad. I know it's really strong. I'm not comfortable. I know. You got me there. This is something I know. If you guys you could please confirm for me my sound is this is something in the chat. Let me know. Thank you.
Um, are you trying to sort out your sound, Udeme? We can't hear you. You're mute.
Okay, I just discovered that is it a little bit better now?
Much better.
Much better. I'm not quite sure what happened. I'm not quite sure what happened, but everything looks good from here.
Right.
Please let me know in the chat if I'm sounding better now, please. Let me just do a little talking so that I'll just continue with the presentation and then I'll check back in 2 minutes to know if the sound is better, much better right now. Thank you so much for drawing my attention to that. Thank you so much. I've just been talking to myself. Okay, so let's just rise above the competition with the Google Trends. So we use the Google Trends to find relevant trending topics, and Also, doing this will help you to see clearly whether the search volume is on the increase or it's on the decline. Then it also allows you to see seasonal trends in one clear cut. You get to also monitor your competitors to see what they're doing or see what keywords they're using. You also use the Google Trends to run a keyword research, right? And then it also gets to um, promote around seasonal trends. And then you find topics by region, you target customers at a local, regional, or even global scale. So all of that happens when you get to use the keyword, the Google Trends. And remember, you can also use it to identify and study keywords for your search engine optimization. Okay? Okay, so anybody saying something in the chats, please let me know if my sound is better right now. Please let me know if my sound is better. Thank you. All right, so let's look at the Google Analytics. Google Analytics. Somebody asked me the other day if they can incorporate the Google Analytics into the Google business profile. Okay, so that was a very brilliant question because what the analytics actually offers you is much more robust, more detailed. You know, it's a lot of information. You may not need all of that information on your small Google business profile. So the analytics is used for you to understand what activities is happening on your website. You understand your site, your app users to understand the performance of your marketing, understand the performance of your contents, the products, and much more. It gets insights only Google can give you because Google actually filters in the entire activity that is happening around the in and out the activities of people. So you get to also assess Google's unique insights and machine learning capabilities to make the most of all those data that you're getting. And then you connect your insights also to the results. Analytics will work with Google's advertising and publishers products, so you can use those insights to deliver better results when you're trying to get things done, right? So you can find out if a particular page is bouncing people off, or there's a bug there or something. Then you use all those information to actually streamline how your marketing is done. So we're going to be doing a deeper look at the different features and different ways you can use the insights in the next slide. But meanwhile, I want to take a pause to answer to your questions. So if you have questions, please be kind enough to drop it in the chat for us. Remember, Judith is in the chat to answer to your questions and queries. If you have some, please ask us. We'll be happy to engage with you. Okay. It's better, right? Thank you. And star. And thank you guys for drawing my attention to it. I'm not quite sure what happened, but it's better now. So that's the important part. Okay, so you guys have questions? Do you have questions for me? And star and Wayanga. Who else is here? Wanio Sulaim. Okay. Wambwe and Charity. Okay, so the few of you that are here, do you have questions? So far, so good. Before we go over to the last parts of this presentation, please, I want to answer some questions. Right. Okay, maybe you guys want me to go complete it first, then come back. And then you ask me the questions. So if you have questions, please feel free to drop it in the chat for us. Drop it in the chat for us. right, so let's go on. Let's go to the last parts of this presentation. Understand and analyze your data. Understanding and analyzing your data. So let's look at a typical description of what the Google Analytics dashboard looks like. So just a few features of what it shows. It shows the geographical location. It shows the popularity of a search over time. It shows active users. It shows the visits. It shows new users, right? And then it shows how those users were acquired. You can find out if those users came through some people, maybe they came through, maybe some people came through direct referrals, maybe some people came through direct search, some people came through social media, some people maybe came through all those things. You get, so all these guys will show up on those platforms where they actually came from, right? So you have all those results showing to you on your Google Analytics homepage. And again, how do you set up your Google Analytics account? Very, very simple. What you need to do is to head over to analytics.google.com or google.com/analytics, and then you give your account, and then remember you need to sign in with a Gmail and choose an industry category to help you benchmark against other categories that's maybe who have tagged the same industry. For example, you can choose consumer electronics, you can choose marketing, you can choose sales. And then this anonymous bits at an aggregate level to give you an idea of what bounce rate is actually against others. So you can find out what the bounce rate is for this industry. You can find out what the bounce rate is for this other industry. And yeah, or maybe you can just head over to take a course. So you head over to analytics.google.com, give the account a name, choose an industry. You just set it up, not a long process. Now, what you're going to do is to find the tracking code to track your site's performance. You need to add the correct tracking codes to all the pages that you want to track. Let's say you want your website has about 20 pages. You want to track the activities of maybe just 2. So what you need to do is to copy that tracking code to the pages that you want to track the activities. Okay, so you locate where the tracking code is. So what you need to do is to head over to the settings. Under the settings, you go to the admin section, and then you're going to see the tracking ID. UAD stands for Universal Analytics. Okay, it could have been GA4. GA4 is the latest of the versions of the analytics. So it could be GA4 or UA. This is either GA. I'm not quite sure what it is currently. But you always see in a letter before the string of numbers. So you copy that tracking code and then you plug it into your website, the pages of the website. So you find those tracking codes. And just so you know, different website builders have different locations where those tracking codes are actually being plugged in. So when you're using a website builder or you're building a blog, it may be a simple field where you can add the tracking ID for your website. So it may be a simple place where you can add it around your website page. Yes, and then different website builders have different locations. You need to just find out where that particular one is for the one you have. Or if your website was built by a developer, then it's to be quite easy. You just need to give the code to the developer and then they'll plug it into the pages that you want. Okay, so let's go over to how you can understand the main areas of reporting, the 4 main areas of reporting. So all of Google Analytics reports are grouped under 4 main areas, just to help you understand all those questions that we described earlier for you. So you see these main areas on the navigation menu on the left side of the home screen. That is, if you are using if you have any of those versions you're using, whether you're using a GA4 or you're using a Universal Analytics, so what you're going to find there is going to be the audience, who are this your audience? Who are your audience? You get to find out typical audience of yours. Are they male? Are they female? What is their age range? And all those raw demographic data. Where are they coming from? Like location, you get to find out the raw demographic data. How did they find you? That is under the acquisition now. To get to find out where they came from. Some came from direct search. Some came from referral sites. Some came from affiliates. So all the details will all be there for you to find out. Okay, maybe this particular website, my traffic is driving well, or my ads is performing well. So you find all of that under the acquisition, and then you find their behaviors. What do they do when they get to your website? Their behaviors. You find session counts, how long they stay, did they convert, did they pay for the product, and all those behaviors. You find it under the behavior side. Have they completed the goals I wanted to track? Then did they pay for the product? They pay for the services. That is under the conversion now. So for conversions to actually work, goals have to be set up to track all those specific actions. So once you've mastered all these basics, it is really worth the stress. Yeah, it could be difficult to read all these numbers and get things done, but at the end of the day, you see that it's really worth the stress. So Google then use all this data to show you a series of reports. You can export some of them if you want to. Okay, now data and analytics. Data and analytics look typically like what you're seeing on your screen. So you're going to see the aspects of the dimensions, the what, right? The what could be the various channels people are coming from, and then the metrics, which is a number. So the dimension, the what could be maybe people are coming from organic search, referrals, direct search, paid search, social media, affiliate, display marketing, email. So you see, and you see the numbers that correspond to all those platforms that people are actually coming from. The number of users, number of new users, number of the session time, the bounce rate, and all those other details are all displayed for you to see. Okay, so let's speak about the ring again for you to use to ask some questions. So the ring concept and the various tips for you to practice the ring. So the reach, which is the R now, is how are people finding you online? How are people finding you online? You need to identify which of the search terms is actually driving the organic traffic to your websites that you want. Or you get to also look to improve links from your social media platforms. Again, you also get to develop relationships with referral websites to actually drive more traffic into your site. So you get to find out the reach, how people are finding you online. Then the E, which is for the engage. What are people actually engaging with when they find you online? Are they finding the information they want? You get to learn which of the pages are not getting the views, right? You get to discover what is really engaging to your visitors. You get to understand what is engaging them when they visit your web page. And for example, you could discover that you lose a lot of people at the payment page, and that might be as a result of you need to be a little bit more simplified, or you need to reduce fields to be able to fill in the page, or maybe there's something, maybe there's a box somewhere that is making people to bounce off. And then the A now, which is what channels is driving the most of the bookings, the activates, what channels is driving all the results that you're getting. So you need to identify which of the referring sites is driving all the conversions. And then for referring sites that is bringing good traffic to you, you can also get to develop a stronger partnership with them. Then you look out for the underperforming referring sites and consider possibly reviewing their partnerships with those sites. Again, for you to nurture our customers happy to leave a review, and they're happy to leave a review after they've done business with you, right? So you need to get genuine feedback from people. People that have done business with you before. Then be kind enough to respond to those reviews, actually, both the good and the bad. It can't be good every time, just so you know. And then you need to try different ways to encourage people to drop reviews for you, what works best. So you do more of that often. You nurture them and then encourage them to always come back to do stuff with you. All right, so speaking Speaking that much about the rain, let's look at the Google Trends before we get to the last part. So the Google Trends, like we mentioned earlier, is a trend search tool that helps you to understand the popularity of the search term over time, whether it's on the rise or it's on the decline. So it lets you to explore what the world is actually searching for by entering a particular keyword or a particular topic in the explore bar. And then you get to see stories that are curated by the News Lab at Google that provides additional insights that are found in the data. And but that section is actually available to some countries. It may not be available to your country. And then you get to also see the daily trends. You can see what is trending in a particular day. Or you get to see what is trending in a particular year in the search data. You can find also guidance material about News Lab and several trends. So the trending set will actually show you searches around the world generally. So you can click on a particular story to get more context about what is happening in that terrain, like the most relevant articles or something that is trending, right? And then you can have the daily search trends as well, which gets to highlight a particular search that has jumped significantly in traffic among all searches over the past 24 hours, and then the updates hourly. So you can use this daily search trend to see what people are most interested in at any given time and how the searches rank compared to one another. When President Ruto won the elections, I'm sure you must have seen that Ruto was trending in Kenya as at that time. And Peter B has been trending because he's the most favored of all the candidates, more like it's in Nigeria here. And he also gets to find real-time search trends, which gets to highlight searches that jump significantly in traffic among all the recent searches. So the algorithm for the real-time search trends groups different topics together, and then different topics that are actually trending at the same time on Google News and search. And then it ranks all these stories based on the relevant spike in volume per time, and then the absolute volume of searches that happen for each of those topics. So the Google Trend is also a very interesting and powerful tool that can help a lot of things to happen. So let's look at how you can get to promote your business around seasonal trends. Okay, so seasonal trends will always allow your business to stay relevant and stay competitive. Then throughout the year, your business will always experience all those peaks and dips, the ups and the downs, vicissitudes of life, which is normal, that will impact your revenue automatically. And then, like what is happening here, Anika might use Google Trends to identify seasonal trends in types of clothing or create content about current trends or adjust to demands. And then we can, women jackets, like you can see a rise in the need for winter clothes, in the need for women jackets during the winter months. And then there's a low demand for it in the summer months, and then you need to adjust to the demands. What that means there is you don't sell what is not in demand based on the season. For instance, if you're selling Christmas trees in August, what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't be selling Christmas trees in August. If you're selling Christmas trees in November, December, it makes sense, right? So you can always do a comparison between two keywords. Where you're finding compare there, you can always write maybe women jacket, maybe male jackets. You compare the trends. All of them will have different lines, different colors, so you get to understand the trend of each of them. Okay, and then you use the Google Trends for keyword research, like I mentioned earlier. So it shows what searches and what keywords are actually trending. So you use the related queries section to identify other potential keywords. You can find out from the bottom part the related topics. That will be Google suggesting keywords to you. So you can name your product categories according to popular keywords. You can also get to optimize your post according to trending keywords. And Anika looks for browsers. So here I related searches to that. So you can find related searches to whatever you want at the bottom part of the Google Trends, and that helps your keyword research. All right, so this is the last pause to answer your questions and your queries if you have any of them. But meanwhile, remember to sign up for the Hustle Academy. We are yet to open to Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, and Ghana. And they need businesses that are already existing, not new businesses. Okay. So if you weren't picked last year, please try again. And you should learn more. So head over to learndigital.withgoogle.com, learndigital.withgoogle.com, and learn some more. The links will all be dropped in the charts. So follow us on social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay, so this is me taking the last pause to answer to your questions and your queries if you have some. Thank you so much, Judith. Thank you for all you're doing in the chats. Amazing job. Okay. Any questions? Please fill the attendance correctly. It's going to be used to send the certificates. So if your name is not correct, that means you'll be sending a certificate to the wrong name. You don't want that. For sure. Okay. So thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to seeing you in our next sessions. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Beryl, for sticking through. All right, so enjoy the rest of your day. Remember to fill the attendance correctly and follow Impact Her also on social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. All those links will be dropped in the chats. And remember to fill your attendance, please. All right, bye.